Okay, so once you finish the rough draft of your essay, you should be pairing up and sharing your essay with somebody else and them sharing it with you. And then you're going to complete this front-back sheet, where first you score it, and then you give them some specific positive and some negative or area of improvements. Okay, so we're going to go through two essays. You should have already read these two. So here's the feedback that I would give for each essay. We'll start with this one. So I'm going to look at my scoring rubric, and I'm going to say some specific positive feedbacks. So what I would write right here, I'm going to say that it's extremely well organized and formatted. I would say, secondly, it's very nice that she uses two pieces of textual evidence and then explains it really well. And I'm going to say that her thesis statement is clear. I know exactly what she's going to be arguing. For the specific improvements, here's what I would tell this student. I would tell her that although she does have a correct grabber, it's not especially grabbing. She could come up with something that's even more attractive, that really gets your attention even better. So my recommendation would be to use a short story grabber. My second piece of advice for improvement would be the conclusion statement. As you know, if you keep your dreams alive, then you'll be able to make it in the future. I would say that that's a good conclusion, not a great one. Maybe add a little bit more length, a little bit more of a punch to it, something else that kind of leaves the reader with something more powerful to take away. Again, this is a good essay. In fact, it's probably a great essay, right? But no matter what, there's still things that could be improved. So when looking at the scoring then, you guys can probably identify what the student should get. So ideas. Is the central idea clearly developed throughout the essay? Absolutely, so she would be a 4. Does she have an effective creative introduction and conclusion? I would say I wouldn't give her the creative part, but it is effective, so I would give her a 3 for this part. I have a clear beginning, middle, and end. Absolutely. I have a paragraph developing each point for my thesis statement. Absolutely. So overall, I would give this student a 4 for ideas, and overall a 4 for organization. Our second example that we're looking at is this student's. He starts with a much stronger short story type of grabber, right? Bang, I sacked the quarterback. That would be one positive piece of feedback that I give him. Another positive I would give him is he has pretty strong ideas. When he's putting it into his own words, he really knows what he's talking about. It's pretty convincing. And finally, it's pretty organized. You can tell that this is an intro. You can tell that these are body paragraphs. That's my 3 positive feedback. My 3 areas of improvement, I would say that first and foremost, what pops out to me is there's no textual evidence, so that's most important. Number 2, I would say he could make a little bit more clear when he's doing his thesis statement, make it all one sentence and a little bit more clear and organized so that the reader knows what's coming. And number 3, of course, just finish the rest of the paragraphs following that format. Okay, so when thinking about scoring, it's hard because it's not done, but we can at least kind of do our best. For central idea, I would say that it is pretty clear what the central idea is, but not 100% clear, right? The thesis is pretty much there. The ideas are developed, but not with evidence. So I would give this student between a 2 and a 3, probably leaning more towards the 3. In regards to organization, really good introduction, grabber, but only an okay thesis. So instead of a 4, I'd give them a 3. Clear beginning, middle, and end. Well, they're not quite done yet, so I can't really say. But so far, they do for sure. And a paragraph developing each point. Again, they're not done, but from what they have, it's really solid. So again, this would be between a 3 and a 4, depending on how they finish. Okay, you're going to practice this right now with your partner with the essay that they shared with you. If it's not finished, just grade it as if it were. So don't take off because there's no conclusion if they didn't get there yet. Grade what there is done. However, you should only share with your partner if you really are 100% finished. Okay? Thank you guys.